Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to another CW Outdoor Adventures video. Thanks for clicking on another one. Anyway, as you can tell, I'm sitting in my garage on my boat. No water around. Got my stuff over there getting ready to move. And I actually just wanted to do a quick video for a guy named, I think his name's Kevin. He asked me, how to, some more information on walleye at Patoka. So this is kind of how I go about it at Patoka. This time of year, being August, July, August area, they start going out on the main lakes, the main lake points, and they offshore structure. Not to say that you can't catch them inshore or close to shore. That's just kind of how I do it. And yeah, I jig for them a lot. I don't really know what I'm doing when I'm trolling. I have no idea. I've had very little success. I've actually caught a few there. But yeah, so I target mostly offshore structures. Now that be that humps, be that rocks. Patoka's got a lot of rocks in it. It's got a lot of foundations. One thing I would recommend getting is Navionics. You can get it for your phone, a free trial for like 14 days. It actually will tell you some contours and give you some spots that Navionics found when they mapped the lake. Anyway, so kind of how I went about breaking down Patoka is the first thing I do when I'm going to a new lake for walleye fishing is find out where the Thermocline is. You can actually Google that for Patoka. The Corps of Engineers or whatever monitor every lake that they have. They take samples, I think daily, if not weekly, and they'll tell you where the Thermocline is. Typically, the Thermocline at Patoka is right around the 20 to 18 foot range. I like to concentrate on that a lot. Now, the Thermocline is where your oxygen levels are higher, and then anything below that, your oxygen levels are lower. Not to say that the fish won't be deeper than that, but it's harder for them to breathe. The bait typically hangs around that Thermocline, and they'll actually move up shallower than the Thermocline too. But something that I always, when I look at a new lake, is where the Thermocline is and what kind of main lake structures during the summertime. Early summer, they're not really out there. They're more on like secondary points, coming out of the back of the creeks and doing stuff like that. Walleye, along with most predatory fish, will follow the bait fish, so that's why they're out deep. Bait fish this time of year like the cooler water, like being out deep, especially in Patoka. It's a clear lake. Yeah, I mean, the clear lake, they feel safe deep, but like I said, they follow the bait fish. Now, coming fall, they'll start moving shallower. I'll be honest, I can't catch a fish on Patoka in the fall. I don't know what I'm doing. But they should be going up shallow. They should be going up towards the backs of the creeks during early to late fall. I would throw swim baits and stuff like that for them, or even shallow running crankbaits. I've heard of a lot of people catching them on shallow running crankbaits, jerk baits, swim baits, Carolina rigs. Really, a lot of people catch them when they are practicing for bass fishing. So bass are doing the same thing. They're following the bait fish. They'll go in the backs of creeks and stuff like that. And that's how a lot of people do it. So anyway, I figured since he asked, I'd give you some top baits of mine that I've had luck with on Patoka, doing some of the things I've been saying. So the number one lure, I've got them laid out here, kind of real quick like, but the number one lure I have is a jigging wrap. So that fella right there is a number 9 jigging wrap. It's your typical number 9. It's got black on top, silver on the bottom. I got a whole bunch of different sizes. I think that's like the Berkeley snap jig or something like here. Single hook, not caught one on it. I've also not thrown it, so I've got some spoons in there. That's another lure that I really like. I think this is a Boyd Duckett I want to say it's like a 4-inch flutter spoon. Cast it out, let it hit the bottom, jerk it up. And this guy right here is, I want to say, a 1/2 ounce Binks spoon. The hooks that come on them are kind of cheap, but they work. I've actually switched this one out for a Gamakatsu hook. They're a lot more sticky, and you'll catch a lot more on them anyway. That's actually called the bluegill color, even though it looks nothing like a bluegill. Just more chartreuse than anything. That color and clown work really well for me. Now, if you're, trolling and, trying to target walleye like that, which there's nothing wrong with that. I've heard of a lot of things on Patoka on how to, on what they're doing on the crankbaits. A lot of people throw 6XD shads for them. Color, I have no idea. I've never caught one on a 6XD shad, but I'd try to stick to something more natural, like a gizzard shad color, black on top, kind of a bait fish color on the bottom, or something that's really bright. Walleye, for some reason, like things that are really bright. The other things, here's some of the ones that I've had luck with trolling in my very limited experience trolling. These top two right here are Bomber 300s. They dive, 15 to 17 feet or something like that, depending on how much line you have out. The bottom one there is a flicker shad. I have no idea what the top color is. The bottom color looks like some kind of pearl sexy shad, and then I think the bottom one there is just a standard shad color. I have a fat box of just random stuff that you never know what you might need or use or anything like that. I don't know. I've not had very much luck with them, but I'm a tackle addict, so here I am with a big box of stuff that I probably will never use. So I hope that kind of helps you. Like I said, main lake structures, find your confidence baits. I know, like Patoka example, a lot of the spots are community holes. I'm not saying go and pull up on somebody's spot while they're fishing there, but you can watch them and you can kind of tell when somebody's bass fishing or walleye fishing by the kind of way they're looking at their graphs or anything like that. That's another thing. Look at your graphs. I don't know what kind of graphs you're running. Side imaging is huge. Down imaging is huge. I'll be honest, my down imaging is absolutely terrible on my boat. I don't know what I'm looking at. Side imaging, kind of getting a little better on that. The main thing is, though, is having some sort of maps, even if it's on your phone, some place to tell you where the structure's at. So, that's about gonna be it for me today. When I'm trolling, I try to keep my speeds at about 1.5 to 2 miles an hour. If you go faster, you're going to find the more active fish. If you're slower, you will get more bites slower, but you won't cover as much water. So you're kind of give and take there. So I'm sure there's some other stuff that I'm forgetting, but I just wanted to make this quick video for you and for everybody else that's wondering like how you do it or how I do it. I'm sure there's tens of people wondering how I do it. But anyway, that'll be it for me today. One more thing that I wanted to talk to you guys about is I'm actually wearing a Holzman refrigeration shirt. So I enjoy supporting local businesses. If you're in Southern Indiana and you need some furnace work done or heating and cooling, be sure to look them up. Especially in this time, it's coronavirus and everybody knows local businesses are struggling. So if you actually have a local business or a small business in Indiana and you have some, a t-shirt or a hat or, some kind of, small soft good thing, I would really enjoy if you added a comment down or something like that. I need some new t-shirts, I need some new hats. So, drop a link and I'd be happy to support you with a small purchase of a soft good. So that's kind of what I got going on for Walleye on Patoka. Thanks for stopping by.